going on, boys? I know it's been a while since the last video, but it's finally starting to warm up again outside. So we're gonna do some springtime cleaning on the Cobra, get everything ready, get all the fluids and everything checked. And I got these LED lights over here. Thought this would be a cool video to make. I got these door lights. It's like puddle lights. When the newer cars, you open up the door and there's like a light on the ground. Here's the part number if anyone wants to get these exact ones for their car. I'll show you quickly what they look like. Do a nice quick video on this. It's super easy to do. Anybody can do this. And I thought this was an awesome touch. There's not a lot of these on cars today. These type of cars. I thought that was pretty cool. Easy to do. The only thing about this, guys, is you gotta be willing to drill a hole in the bottom of your door panel right here, and I'll show you how to do it and everything. It's super easy to do. They made it so that it's you know, watertight and everything. No water is going to get up in there, and it looks really nice. You can spin it to which way you want it, but I thought it looked good the way it was. It opens up with the door that way, and it turns off when you close your door. So cool, easy, quick mod to do. Show you guys how to do it. Be a piece of cake. Alright guys, whenever you're doing anything electrical, one of the first things you want to do is detach your battery. For me, it's an 8mm on these bolts. Alright guys, you're just going to need some basic stuff for this. You're going to need some strippers to strip some wire back, and you're going to need some type of crimps or T-taps or disconnects. Or it's nice to have like a disconnect, quick disconnect, but anything that works, crimping wires together, make a good solid connection. I thought I had T-taps to make, you know, easy disconnects, but whatever you got will work. This stuff will work. You need a flathead and a regular Phillips, you know, basic tools. Anyone can do this. Hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day. I know I did. My girlfriend bought me the new GoPro 12 to get you guys some nice new videos this upcoming year. First thing you want to do, guys, is pry up on the corner of the speaker. I already have mine pried up, but you want to put your flathead under the corner of this and pull up towards you, and it'll pop off. There's nothing on here to break or anything. It's just, you know, little plastic tabs on there. It might be glued on there a little good because they do have like an adhesive that they stick on there so it stays, but it just snaps right back on there on them clips. And then there's a little Phillips in here in this hole. Now unscrew that and this whole assembly comes out. Let's unscrew this real quick. Alright guys, once this screws out, you want to keep it somewhere you're going to remember where it's at. So put it in my cup holder so you don't lose it, because if you lose it, this thing will be very loose and it will just come out just like that, and that wouldn't be good. It's just one screw holding it in. So you want to push in on this tab right here. Might help to use a little flathead to push in there. Push that to the side. Now you want to take this right here and pull down with your fingers, or if you got a flathead to pull it down. Usually you can just grab it and see how it just comes out. You just pull it out like that, and this bottom should start coming out too. You just want to kind of pull straight up. There's a clip right here that goes straight down, and you don't want to bust that because it's plastic. So you want to get that loose. Front came out, front's loose. Now this thing is a pain to get out, so try not to break it. You kind of want to pull straight up. Sometimes you gotta get a good stance on her. Yeah, this was a pain to get out. Yeah, that's the part of YouTube videos they don't show you guys. It's like every time I watch a YouTube video, they just skip right to it being off. They don't show you how hard it is to get that thing off. But if you do it like I just did it, you'll do it so that you don't break that plastic tab off. You see that tab? It's held in by a metal clip. That metal clip is supposed to pinch when it comes back through this hole. It pinches and it releases. That's why it's so hard to get that out. But if you break that off, the back of your thing will be loose, so you don't want to break that, guys. You just want to pull it straight out like I did. I wanted to get that on video so you guys could see how hard it is, and have you guys not break your stuff. Yeah, that's no good. So you go ahead and unscrew these. Here's 2 bolts right here, or 2 screws, Phillips. You take those 2 out. You want to take these screws out right here that hold in your switches, and you want to unplug this right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. Alright boys, remember when you take these screws off, these screws right here, and you take them out of your switch and everything, remember to put them somewhere you're going to remember. Remember. You don't want to misplace them. So you want to take this, you know, out. It was attached, you pull it out once the screws are out, and you want to put it back, you know, inside the door. You got to pull this Christmas tree clip out. It's a little, you know, one of them little push pin things. Almost forgot. Gotta do that. This tool is the best. This thing is the best for pulling these things out. I hate these things, and they're so hard to get out. This tool will save you time. Remember to put it somewhere. You're gonna remember it, so you don't lose it. But once that's out, there's one in the front of the door, and that's it. And these 2 screws, and that's all that really holds on the door. And you can pull it out now. I'm gonna be careful once I pull this out. And you wanna go around the handle. And the handle's in the door a little bit. You wanna go around it. So you pull it out just like that. Alright guys, thought I might add this little tip in there, because this is all the wire they give you with this. And it's just dumb, because where you gotta splice these at are super far away. So what I do is take a little razor blade and try to get in between these without hitting the insulation. You pull them both separate ways. You try to get in between these wires without hitting the insulation. You make a little slice down in here, and then it makes it so it's a slit, and you can pull these wires apart, and they'll split it down the center, so you can, you know, get a good split on these wires, so you can have them both going pretty far in different directions. Alright guys, so as you can see, I made a slit down the center of them, and as I'm pulling apart, you want to grab both wires and both ends and just pull apart the same way I'm doing. Alrighty guys, I pulled the insulation about halfway back, and I'm going to tape right here where the insulation is split at, so it's nice and solid again. I'm gonna go ahead and walk over to the car, guys. I'm going to put this in, these 2 wires. This is the ground and the hot. The ground, the black, you go into this harness right here. It taps into this yellow and black wire right here. This yellow and black wire goes onto the black connector all the way at the end. And you go up here for the hot, for the red, go to your back of your switch thing here, and it has this purple and white wire. I already singled it out. Purple and white. Looks like it goes to the back of the lock switch. That gets tapped into your hot. So I'm going to go ahead and tap those 2 in, and probably throw this door back on, and that's just about it. This is the finished product right now. Give you guys another quick little update before I throw this door on. Just, you know, rip the hole in that stuff so I can get just this wire out. It's the only wire I need. All the rest of the wires are back there. I'll tape it all up when I tie it in. But since this is already on the door, guys, I was just thinking it's easier if you have your door like this on the ground right next to this panel, because you got to splice it in right here. So I do this ground first. This first thing you want to do. And then once this ground's in, you can pick up this door and put it on. And you can have this red wire hanging out through the switch thing, so when you go to tie this in, it's already up close to your switches, so you can tie this last wire in. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. I spliced it in right here, and I just got it crimped in right there. But yeah, that's the wiring for this side, and I'll show you how I drilled the hole and put the light in, because this is already set up on the other side. And I'll put this door back on, throw it all back together, and I'll show you how I did the other side. Alrighty boys, this is the part you guys missed on the other side. I already have the door off, the speaker, everything's off. Switch is ready to go. You splice into the same wire on top of here as the other side. It's back with the lock. It's the purple and white for the red on this thing, on this light. This is what the light looks like. It has a little backing nut on it. So that backing nut spins off, and that's what tightens it to the door right there. And I might have to clear out some of this insulation stuff so this backing can sit flush down in there. I'm gonna go ahead and use a flathead, poke down in there, get all the insulation out, just so this thing can flush back down in there. Little tip, guys, before you put this thing all the way down in this hole, because this is like exactly the same size, these rivets will hold it from coming back out. So you got to put this thing on before you push it all the way down in there, because it'll be pretty hard to get back out. I've done it a couple times already. You put this on there first. Just make it easier for you guys, so you're not messing with it for, you know, hours trying to get it done. So you would get that on there. It's around there. Then you want to start sinking it in. And now I'm going to back the nut up against it, but not too tight, because you want to be able to spin this so you can get it perfect the way you want it. I'm going to get it just tight enough so that if I want to, I can spin this with my hands, so I can get it exactly the way I want the snake to look on the ground. Because once this is in the door and it's tight, you can't really spin this. So I have it just enough so you can spin it like really hard, grip it with your fingers and spin it just the way you want it, and have it tight too. Alrighty guys, I went and got all organized on this side so you can see a little better. Put all this back up, and I got this wire coming through this little shielding here. But this is the wire you want to splice into right here on this side. This is where it's different. As you can see, all these wires are bigger, and this is like the smallest wire. I'm going to get a close-up on this wire so you can see. A little better. This is gray and red. On the other side, it's yellow and black. This is the only difference on the ground. Set up like I am, so you can have the wires real close. I take that wire. Ah! Hurt somebody's soul right there. What are you doing? Alright guys, I finished splicing everything off camera. I put the door back on because my GoPro died on me, but
Just them two wires, as you can see, is bright.
That looks pretty sick.